Hi everyone, my name is Avery and I'm a child art therapist here at Empower Family Therapy, and welcome to my video segment on the monthly newsletter to share with you all, especially parents, caregivers, providers, one art therapy intervention per month. And so we're starting here with the lovely month of February as it approaches us, and I figured, to start us off, since February is Valentine's Day, I wanted to expand that a little bit, try to connect it as much as I could by thinking about the feeling of love, but expressing that further, because it's also a month and a holiday about feelings and expressing our emotions in general. So today I'm sharing an activity with you that can be done or implemented differently depending on language you use, for children between the ages of 5 and 11 typically, and this is an activity that I use in therapy sessions. The official intervention name is called the Emotions Color Coding Collage. So I'd love to start with just giving you a little layout of what I have for supplies. Feel free to take and leave what you need. Sometimes supplies looks different, but in general, for the basis of this project, what you're going to need to start with is at least 5 different colors of paper. So construction paper, any colors you want to choose or your child wants to choose. Aside from that, you're going to need a smaller kind of postcard size cardstock piece of paper, or something along, just the smaller size as a color key. Not the actual art piece, but the key that will match the colors to the feelings that are in the collage. For everyone would be obviously glue, scissors, whatever kind of shredding, tearing tool you guys have for collage making. In our therapy office, we happen to have a child-proof paper shredder, so I will be using that as I do sometimes when we're making it here in this room. And then lastly, just a labeling tool, because we'll need to make that color key. So any pens, this is, a couple of gel pens, but however your child likes to create. Okay, once you have the actual piece of paper for the art, we are going to start by opening up a conversation with the child or participant about what they personally feel like would match a feeling to a color for them. So often something, simple as yellow means my happy, black maybe means a sadder, heavier emotion, sadness, anxiety, red, anger, blue, again, kids often equate that to sadness. But, the idea is to let kids get creative with it, really kind of let them identify what color means what feeling to them. And if they're younger, providing a list of basic feelings words, the top 6 that I always try to use or include as options for kids to choose from would be happy, excited, sad, mad, worried, the ones like that. So 5 or however many that you have for a paper. And essentially after you guys name these, we make our color key. So for the sake of the color key, since it's a small piece of paper, you just rip out your own little shape. Doesn't even need to be with scissors. But we take a little bit of each paper we're going to use from in this collage to make sure that the colors match up on the smaller paper with what the colors are going to be on the bigger paper. And next, we are going to get that down. For sake, again, of the video, I'll kind of explain it here and then fast forward through the process of what it looks like getting some of that down. So we will have the child, or with your assistance, you, help glue down the papers based on what the child or the client has said about what feeling they want to represent for each. We would write a list or a label for each color, black, sad, yellow, happy, just label it. And again, this is an example I have currently from one of my sessions. Bored and happy were the same color, but again, even more openness to discussion and interpretation of that, right? Okay, so we are gonna get started. Once I glue my color code down, I am just going to get crazy, follow my heart's desire, much like the kids should as well, with how we use those colors, how we shape them, and we're gonna get going with the actual collage process. So, we are back. Disregard the mess on this table, that will not be a part of the video. We do include that in sessions, of course, cleaning up after our messes. But again, you know, just a final product. This is going to turn out way neater once the Mod Podge dries. Again, I think I kind of tried to show you the finished product on the other side from another time I did this. This specifically is sparkly Mod Podge, and it dries and kind of hardens the paper to make it look like a professional collage. This is my side I did for the video today. Very wet and gloppy still, but the idea is it makes 3D shapes. There's all different kinds of ways to express with lines, you know, tearing, whatever shapes it might be, whatever colors it might be. A lot of different ways to express these feelings differently, especially when there is a color key linked to them. So, you know, after this you would grab a paper clip if you want to put them together. Now this also opens up, you know, great practice for just emotional expansion work and emotions identification with kids in the home. It's not just a fun collaborative art project for parents and kids to do together, but also therapeutic and helps, you know, really build those skills, especially emotional awareness and communication, even interpersonal skills. So on that note, you know, to kind of finish off, a couple good discussion questions you can ask your child once completing this fun art project could include, you know, I know maybe you had a list or not, but either way, why do you think you chose the feelings you did? And would you say the feelings included are accurate and, you know, the feelings you feel the most? However you may want to word that, again, depending on age. Another one could be, you know, why, was there any reason or thought behind why you shredded this versus cut this? Why is this shape? I noticed that this color is the most, whatever that feeling may be. Ask about that feeling and if it seems to be true that they feel it most often. And then finally to normalize, you know, an array of feelings for a very feelings heavy month. Is to just ask, you know, what do you think this says about every person? Could every single person, every single human make a collage just like this and also display this many feelings? Do you think every person holds this many feelings on a day-to-day basis? And, you know, of course, the answer to that and an ongoing discussion to then dive into is yes, it's normal to hold all of these different feelings. These feelings words are something that every human experiences. And as you know, normalization is implanted in a child's mind, the more open they are and comfortable they are with realizing, hey, self-expression and emotional expression is a part of life, and it doesn't just help me, you know, it helps the collective. I hope you enjoyed this segment, and I will see you guys again next month. I'm currently going to work on cleaning this all up. So, all right, have a good one. Bye.